President-elect.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, first, I'd like to say a very big thank you to the First Vice President of the Council for organizing the farewell speeches on behalf of the Council. But I want to say a few words of my own. Our colleague from Canada talked about the first arrival. I want to talk about my own first arrival. When I arrived into the Council in January 2005 and I resumed office, of course I had a lot of concerns. But my predecessor told me, I called him and he told me, he said, don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine because you will be sharing the Council sitting side by side with the representative of Mexico. And I asked him the question, what is special about the representative of Mexico? And he said simply, he's a wise man. As we all know, wisdom is revered. Not because it is fearsome, because it invokes respect. It doesn't jump into your face, it's reserved. Wisdom is revered because it's quick to listen, but slow to speak. And when he speaks, he doesn't speak with many words. He speaks with important words. Wisdom is not selfish, it is selfless. It is not buzzy, but it leads through service to others. That you have demonstrated to this Council, that I have learned from you. It was a privilege since the first day that I sat beside you in this Council. You've opened your heart to me. You opened your doors to me. Now I think I'm a little bit wiser. That when I'm in doubt, I should go back to the wise man. That is Roberto Kobeh González. A lot has been said about knowledge and institutional memory, about your ability to build consensus, about your leadership skill to direct the Council, about your diplomatic and negotiation skills, about your building bridges between ICAO and other organizations. All that is true. The honor that is being done to you by the Council, by the excellent resolution to name you Lifetime Goodwill Ambassador of the organization, you deserve that and you deserve even more. It's been a privilege to sit beside you in the Council as representative of Nigeria, sitting with representative of Mexico. It's an honor for me to be here today, sitting beside you yet again. I want to thank you for being that you are a good friend of mine. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Secretary General.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur le Président, je voudrais vous dire quelques mots dans ma langue, en français. Je voudrais d'abord vous remercier pour toute l'aide que vous m'avez apportée depuis le jour où je suis arrivé ici, le 1er août 2009, pour exercer mes fonctions. Vous n'avez ni épargné votre temps, ni vos conseils en ce qui me concerne. Et vous avez à plusieurs reprises dit au Conseil que nous formions une équipe. Ça a été pour moi un privilège de former cette équipe avec vous, pour le bien de cette organisation. Mais au-delà des relations professionnelles, Monsieur le Président, j'ai eu aussi le privilège de découvrir un ami avec beaucoup de qualités humaines et au premier rang desquelles beaucoup de gentillesse et un bon sens de l'humour. Je voudrais donc, Monsieur le Président, vous souhaiter bonne chance dans votre nouvelle vie, également à votre sœur Norma, et puis à l'ami, ne pas dire adieu, mais sans aucun doute, au revoir. À très bientôt, Monsieur le Président.
Now it's my turn. Dear friends and colleagues, in fact, it's with mixed emotions that I address you today. I am deeply touched by your words of friendship and good wishes as I prepare to step down as President of the Council. I am proud of all that we have accomplished together since I assumed the presidency in August of 2006. The world of aviation is safer, more secure, and more sustainable than ever before. And this Council has made a major contribution to these remarkable achievements. I am grateful for your unfailing support and encouragement through the years. Your sound advice and opinions, shared personally or in this chamber, made it possible for me to fulfill my responsibilities in the best interest of the traveling public, the air transport industry, and the community of nations we are to serve here. I am thankful for the generous assistance I receive from the Government of Canada, the Province of Quebec, and the City of Montreal, ever since I was appointed representative of Mexico on the Council in 1998. And also I want to thank the representative of Canada for his continued cooperation, not only with me, but with the Council and the organization. I am deeply appreciative of the hard work and dedication of the Secretary General and the Secretariat, including our highly efficient interpreters, members of the Air Navigation Commission, and industry observers of the Commission, and all other stakeholders of the world aviation community who have helped me further the work of the organization worldwide. As I look back over the past 7 years, I realize how much of a privilege it is to occupy the post of President of the Council. In my case, it has been an even greater honor to follow the footsteps of Dr. Asad Kotaite. He remained a constant source of inspiration and wisdom in dealing with some of the major issues that confront aviation and the organization. The presidency brought me to the four corners of the world. On every continent, I have met men and women totally committed to ensure the safe and efficiency of the air transport in the respective countries and regions. This was a time for beginning new relations and solidifying old ones, a time for promoting ICAO programs and policies, and a time for building bridges between the aviation community and with the industry organizations. The presidency sensitized me to the complexity of challenging the divergent views and interests of member states and stakeholders towards a common purpose. In a rapid evolving global society, dialogue and cooperation is not only essential, they are the only effective way of resolving differences and moving forward. And finally, the presidency made me aware of the exemplary professionalism of the staff of the organization at headquarters and in the regional offices under the leadership of the Secretary General. As with administration of member states around the world, ICAO is under financial pressure to keep doing more with less. The men and women of ICAO have risen to the challenge and I have no doubt that they will ensure that ICAO remains one of the most efficient agencies within the United Nations system. That is what makes our job so worthwhile. Whether in the Council, in the Air Navigation Commission, or the Secretariat, how many people can get up in the morning and tell themselves that they help to protect the lives and promote the well-being of hundreds of millions of people around the world? We are indeed fortunate. Very few people can say that they work for so many. My friends, the time has come to officially welcome the new President of the Council, Dr. Benard Aliu. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I would like to recall the responsibilities of the President as described in the Article 51 of the Convention on International Civil Aviation. It says that the President of the Council shall serve as representative of the Council and carry out on behalf of the Council the functions which the Council assigned to him. Additionally, in accordance with the delegation of authority, the President of the Council may at any time meet with the states, international organizations, and other bodies relevant to aviation in order to explain to such interlocutors ICAO policies on any issue and to explain why ICAO has adopted that policy. Discuss aviation developments on which it is likely that the Council will have to form a view and gain as insight into the views, thinking, and plans of the interlocutors about current and future aviation developments, with the view to relaying this to the Council. And now, Benard, as your predecessors have done in the past, I invite you to pronounce the declaration of the incoming President of the Council.
Thank you, Mr. President. I solemnly undertake to exercise in all loyalty, discretion, and conscience the functions entrusted to me as President of the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization, to discharge these functions to the best of my ability and to regulate my official conduct with the interest of the organization alone in view, to abide by the rules laid down by the organization. During the term of my service in the organization or following the termination of my service, not to disclose any information of a confidential nature and not to seek or accept from any government or other authority external to ICAO any instructions in regard to the discharge of my official responsibilities. And Mr. President, I had, so help me God.
Thank you, Benard. Thank you. Benard, in a few minutes it will give me a great pleasure to hand over to you the President's gavel, along with the wise words of Walter Benaghi, handed down to me by Dr. Kobeh when I myself became President of the Council. He said, use the gavel only to open and close a meeting. Never use it in an attempt to impose your views. Let the Council to impose its views on you. Mr. Benaghi also said, as long as there is a permanent Council, there will be the need for a President who is an international official, who is completely independent, and who can act as a link, a mediator between Council member states whose interests will at times inevitable conflict. Benard, please accept my best wishes for success and happiness in your new role. May you enjoy the same generous assistance and encouragement that I was fortunate to receive from the Council during my period that I occupied this seat. If I had a bit of advice, it would be this. Cultivate the virtue of patience and listen more than you speak. Strive to promote dialogue and cooperation towards the common good. And above all, maintain a good sense of humor, especially during the Council session. It helps. Dear colleagues, in closing, I would like to pay a special tribute to my sister Norma for her active participation in ICAO activities, and especially for her constant personal support that enabled me to focus all my attention on fulfilling my responsibilities as your president. Also, I want to pay a special tribute to the invaluable support that I received from my outstanding assistants, Debbie and Michelle. I am sure that they are listening this statement. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Michelle. My gratitude also to the government of Mexico, my country, for nominating me and supporting during this time in the presidency of the Council. And to all of you on the Council, my sincere appreciation for making my tenure as president such an exciting, enriching, and enjoyable part of my life. I wish you every success in your respective careers, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the coming years. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias y hasta luego. Now, it gives me a great pleasure to hand over to you, Benard, the President's gavel, and use it in the way that I suggest you. But I have to use it for last time. This meeting and this session is over. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.